Seems like this game has already started. This one I definitely caught a bit too late, so we're gonna miss the first few minutes. We're gonna go in 2 minutes into the game. Alright. Better than nothing. Top lane more. Cuts out the early boring parts too, where we know nobody has died, right? Yeah, nobody has died. Oh, but speaking of top laner, gold card. Kayn goes for a early level 2 gank, but he's not gonna get anything out of it. And we're just getting right into the action now. Mid lane Talon trading onto the Echo, committing Ignite, but Echo will just run away. Ignite will not find the kill, nor will his passive. Echo is going to up to stay in the lane by sipping on his corrupting potion. Both of his last charges being drained away. Bottom lane we have Lucian Thresh, the classic duo against Caitlyn Morgana, the other classic duo that makes people uninstall. But so far, the Caitlyn Morgana is being pushed in, but it just takes one inopportune binding followed by a trap to just ruin your life forever. Although so far, it does seem to be pretty even. Hook lands onto the Morgana. The all-in goes in with the Relentless Pursuit into the whatever Search's Q is called. I forgot. Not Search's Q. Lucian's Q is called. Kayn will smite away the Raptor and run for the hills. But here comes the Talon. He wants the kill. But Echo has already joined in. Parallel Convergence. Bubble misses Talon. And he's going to flash in for the kill. But Talon can jump walls forever, man. You're not going to get that kill unless the Kayn has something to say about it. He's going to jump another wall. Ignite goes down. Flash. Not enough to save him. First blood gets picked up by the Echo. A very ill-advised invade coming out from the Talon. Basically throwing away the early lead that he had. Caitlyn does like a hook. Black Shield does not come down in time. Flashing forward, but the flash will not actually yield Lucian the kill. Thresh will claim that kill before Lucian can land one hit. Rek'Sai flashes away from the and tunnels. Kayn commits the ultimate, but the knockup will delay him. Is it enough to actually save the Rek'Sai's life? No, it's not. One auto attack from the card is coming down to claim that kill. The gold card once again locking Talon into place. He just respawned. This is gonna be brutal. Blue buff punches Kayn out of the game. But TF wants revenge. There's no stack deck. He's not gonna get bonus he's not gonna get bonus damage. It's just now coming up. The Mordekaiser left to his own devices. He pops the shield to try to rock away. He does not get to eat it, but the shield will keep him long enough that he will not die. But he has just recalled, and now he has to go back to base once again. But at least he did not die. But no, he will opt to stay in here. Very, very tricky decision. TF does not have flash. He cannot instantly go for the burst, but here comes the gold card. It does find its mark. The chunk goes out. Even with a stack deck, it does not actually damage more than enough to further dissuade from staying. Minion Dematerializer is going to clear out a little bit of the wave with the red card. And now Moore just has to sit back and regen it. Just recall, man. You're not going to lose anything from that wave. You're just wasting time. And here is the rest of the game. The second set of buffs have not respawned yet. Kayn finally gets around to killing his first blue 5 minutes into the game. There was a lot of action around topside jungle for both teams. Now Talon goes in for a trade. He does not proc his passive, which means a significant chunk of his damage is not being landed there. Echo will shield himself out as parallel convergence, and the trade will break off with a slight HP lead to the Talon. Talon is still sitting on regrowth potion to 2 charges on the corrupting pot. He has to take his trades wisely. He cannot afford to just be throwing away his sustain tools like that. He should also look to try to shove out or at least pressure Echo further so he can actually start roaming a bit more. The first roam was a very indecent roam, way too deep into the enemy jungles, and far too late to bail himself out. Dark Binding will fly 90 degrees to where Lucian actually is. Just complete whiff. And Kayn will clear out the mid lane. So will the blue team jungler coming in to assist. Does seem like a 2-on-2 is on the way to being made. The trap does not actually hit the Thresh. How do you do that? And here comes the Rek'Sai. Kayn wants the Raptor, but Raptor gets smited away by the Rek'Sai. More Caitlyn, I cannot get over. I mean, it's not like she wasn't even in range. She just didn't place the trap down far enough. How do you even mess that up? A Circle comes over the wall. Caitlyn very low. Lucian relentless pursuit coming in to seal the kill. Oh my. Not what you want to see. Mordekaiser has healed himself back up quite nicely. So now he's holding again with the TF. It's a blasting one against the Catalyst. I'm gonna give it to the Catalyst user here. He's gonna start tossing some cheeky poke under the tower. Not enough to actually do anything, but both top laners just content to farm it out. It is a standard traditional APTF. Nothing cheeky like on hit or nothing surprising. But he is going to just be a decently annoying skirmishing threat with multiple gold cards and just a good standard, decently bulky AP build. Which is a very interesting pick that I hadn't talked about. APTF top lane. Can't imagine this because Ryze was open already. Like, you would probably just still pick Ryze or Vlad or another traditional AP top laner. TF at top lane is probably not as effective as you would like to be. He does have fleet footwork too. Very interesting. It doesn't look like an offensive TF build at the present moment, which is weird because if you're just playing a skirmishy type of top laner, TF just seems like the best mix of not doing enough of anything. Even where you can go with your ultimate is severely limited because you're top lane. You can't use it to affect dragon. You can only go basically as far as mid lane, and not much further past that. And here comes the Talon. He's going to make his first roam that's not in the enemy jungle. TF does hold on to a blue card, but he does toss it onto the Talon's face. Mordekaiser pops the ultimate. The Rek'Sai will even come in. The Q misses his mark, but the Death Storm will end, and Rek'Sai, waiting for the TF to pop out, finishes off with a bite, hitting level 6 off that kill. But that gives Red Team the prompt to run for Dragon because 3 members were committed top lane. The Inferno Drake gets picked up contest free. And the next Drake will be Ocean. Now, Echo coming down here for a gank. The bubble way off the mark. He's not actually going to find a stun. The calling comes down for a revenge kill. Echo does not pop the ultimate, but he's still quite low. Kayn comes down, recalls in front of the Searcher's face. Are you sure you want to do that? He walks through the wall and gets himself out of there. What is supposedly a 4-man collapse the trigger gets pulled far too early, and every type of CC imaginable just missed. It's just a terrible 4-man movement, followed by a decent dragon answer to a top lane kill. Very counterproductive. Just think, if any one of them landed a CC, that could have been several plays on bot. They could have blown this game wide open. But no. It just had to go wrong at the last possible second. But here comes the Rek'Sai. The flash onto the knockup, but gets absorbed by the track shield. Stretch flashes in, answered by Morgana's counter flash. Now it's just Lucian. He relentless pursues in. Talon comes in from the back. Now this is the return 4-man gank that they've asked for. Rek'Sai will burrow, but the burrow will not be enough to save him. She drops to the tower. Morgana picks up that kill. Lucian blocks the bullet, but here comes the Echo. He's answering back in. He has the ultimate. He cannot really be bursted that well. He's assassinated Lucian, and here comes the TF. TF has actually walked his way down here and popped the ultimate. Walked his way down here from top lane to pop the ultimate. Kayn in the meantime will answer top. So the 4-man dive gets answered with another 4-man dive. And there's a 2-for-1 trade at the end of the day. Caitlyn picks up a well-needed kill. The Claw will shove him back, but Kayn will dodge that with his own ultimate and comes out to kill the Mordekaiser. That is a solo kill from the jungler onto a top laner. Quite an embarrassment, really. And in fact, the Mordekaiser rushed Merc Shreds. Not the best item this game. I get that gold card's annoying, but that does seem like an overkill response. I would not be rushing boots here. When your core items needed to push out the wave and pressure TF just means so much more, I probably would never rush boots here. The calling does go in. Caitlyn immediately nets back and Qs. She will walk away with a few scratches, but no death. Calling committed just for poke. Blade of the Rune King has actually made his way into Lucian's pocket. He is definitely still in the winning position in this 2-on-2. And here comes the Death Realm. TF gets pulled onto the outer edge. What now? His Mordekaiser combo does find the mark. Rek'Sai is just waiting outside. And in fact, the Unburrow at the last possible second takes the kill. Question marks going down, going, what the hell was that? I had him. But Rek'Sai will still take the kill and just walk away like nothing happened. That was a beautifully timed unburrow too. Might have just been pure luck too. Because did she actually count down from 7? Now Stretch Hook will find his way onto the back shield. There's no dive coming out, nor is there going to be additional tower damage. Caitlyn does pick up her Storm Razor and is on her way back now. The second set of buffs have respawned. Kayn will pick up his second blue of the game. His red buff is still up and nobody has taken it. Rek'Sai is also farming her own Raptor camp. Mid lane, Talon recalls Echo seriously pinging. He's now going to use this window of Talon backing to look for a roam opportunity. But no, the missing ping is too threatening. So he goes back to clear his own lane and calls off the roam. But Kayn has actually made his way down here. There's no answer coming out yet from blue team, and Kayn's already in the lane. Blue team just rushes back to the comfort of their outer turret to protect themselves. And now red team will circle around and clear out the pink ward. Thrasher will immediately answer, and the Talon will also find his own ward to kill. Everyone's too busy killing wards. Nobody's actually killing champions. And Kayn going on the Scuttle Crab, it seems. Dragon's not going to be up for another 50 seconds. The hook tries to come out, but it lashes onto a minion and finds nothing. Talon is going to just try to wave clear against the Echo. Echo does now have Proto Belt complete, which makes him just so much more threatening to fight against. The phase dive Proto Belt blink combo can definitely eviscerate carries. The knock-up actually stops the Kayn Q from going any forward. Now Kayn pops out, healing a chunk from Red Kayn. Talon's in the middle of 3 people. He jumps over the wall to safety. Echo does not have his ultimate. He already used it for a burst. And now Morgana once again being taken down by the Thresh, and the Lucian Flash will now find himself a kill for the second time this game. Kayn going to sulk around in the outer brush. Nothing happening here. He is Red Kayn already. He's going in, but there's no flay anymore and there's no death sentence. So he takes out a chunk of the minion and backs off. And now Mordekaiser, now holding a decently healthy CS lead. His Rylai's is complete. Now he's just waiting on his Liandry's to be a truly terrifying threat. And with the presence of a Mordekaiser, you gotta wonder that the Caitlyn is gonna have to start paying the tax soon. Even TF, he has been locked down into the death realm. The passive slowly burning him down. He's going to flash away, but that will not save him for long. Red team also loses a dragon in response. The Mountain Rift comes out, giving the game some additional walls to play around. Ocean Drake gets secured by blue team. Now, 1 stack of Ocean Drake isn't that big of a deal. Actually, nor is 1 stack of any Drake, to be honest. Maybe Wind Drake at 1 stack can be a decent threat, but Drakes at 1 stack in this season are just so damn weak. So really, it's just a token that accelerates you closer to the soul is what it is. It doesn't really do that much, but here comes the Kayn. His ultimate pops out, kills the Mordekaiser. Once again, a solo kill. Morgana makes the roam, binds the Talon in place. Talon will leap towards the Echo and kill him off. Echo just walks up a bit too far into Talon's Q range. Morgana will slowly wallow away with her tail between her legs. That gank just did not work whatsoever. And in fact, Talon is just so much stronger. The flash coming down, going onto the Caitlyn. The calling will secure the kill. Thresh tanks a single tower shot and allows Lucian to move a bit closer in. Excellently played by the blue team bot lane, securing the solo kill. Morgana has roamed off to do something else. Now Morgana returns to the lane to find a corpse on the ground, and no way left to secure this turret. So this is going to be the turret taken down. Not the first turret of the game. Mordekaiser has already taken that, but blue team accelerating to an early lead. And in terms of T1 turrets, it's just the lonely red outer at mid lane. There have been several back and forth trades so far, and now everybody has fully reset. Red team has their work cut out for them. It's still just a Storm Razor Caitlyn. She's now hitting the part of the mid game where she just becomes useless for a while. She does need several items to pick herself back up again. Talon roams over, just deletes the TF from existence. Mordekaiser doesn't even get to help out in that exchange. He's just walking around, killing people, taking names now. And in fact, the more roams he does at this point in the game, the better. Caitlyn is a very juicy target around this time of the game. She does need a significant amount of critical strike to once again be a threat. Her early game is terrifying because her range in the lane, her excessive attack range in the lane allows her to just bully out a lot of matchups. Her late game is also excellent because the headshot damage ramps up with critical damage by a very appreciable degree, but her mid game is just absolute garbage. You have low amounts of critical chance, all your items cost 1 billion gold to just buy, and you need to stack up at least three or at least 3.5 of them before you're even a threat once again. So this is definitely a part of the game where either Caitlyn wants to just get a long streak of kills, or just play safe and just consistently rack up income and participate in minor skirmishes, never fully commit to team fights, go for picks whenever you can, and just constantly give yourself income so you can get past this trough that you're experiencing. But even right now, Caitlyn sitting at a healthy 50% critical strike chance with no IE. Like, that was a headshot onto a net and it only deals about 300 damage on the Lucian's health bar. But now here comes the Kayn. He's going to jump into the Lucian and he scythes out and Qs into his face, takes him down. Mordekaiser will also drop 2-man knockup coming down from the Kayn W. And Talon slowly gets trapped in the binding and slowly gets shot down by the Caitlyn. A very valuable shutdown kill being picked up from that, and an excellent 3-for-2 team fight, all things considered. They do lose their mid-outer T1, but they pick up a positive team fight off the back of that. Kayn, the assassination coming down onto the ADC and just walks his way out. Definitely a very strong champion right now. Now, Kayn does have also a problem similar to Talon, really. He does have an appreciable amount of damage output. This is especially true for Blue Kayn. But late game, your assassination potential do fall off a cliff. Red Kayn doesn't have this problem as much. Late game, he can transition into being more of a tank and CC threat. Rek'Sai going for a questionable ultimate, and we'll just leave it at that. Ping's going down on the Mountain Drake, respawning in 36 seconds. Rek'Sai will come up with about 10 seconds left on the respawn timer. She will probably not make it in time. But now both teams know they're trying to make their way there. Echo dodges the latter end of Talon's burst with his own ultimate. Both players are burning down. Caitlyn's snipe is coming through. Talon flashes in to kill off the Echo. And he will heal himself up just enough to survive the Caitlyn bullet. Very well played from the Talon. And the Echo did not see that coming. Losing that trade in the most tilting way imaginable. Now Thresh is going to secure himself the topside scuttle, and Dragon has now respawned. Rek'Sai is skedaddling back into the pit. Talon grabs that 126 gold away from the Thresh, and he is going to clear out the ward and the surf on pressure top. He is very, very strong at this stage in the game. TF does have a stopwatch to deter the most of Talon's burst, but it might not be enough if Talon catches him in the right spot. There will be no catch, however, as Talon once again roams down into the river. There's going to be another team fight. They're looking for it. Red team runs for the hills upside, but little do they know, they're running face first into a Talon. Talon's coming from behind. He wants to savage this fight, but blue team has actually backed off because Echo and Kayn made their way to mid lane. Talon cannot find the correct target to assassinate, but now he does. He jumps over the wall with the ultimate popped. TF will answer with his stopwatch. It gets broken immediately, and here all hell breaks loose in the team fight. Rek'Sai is going to pounce, but the pounce gets cancelled by her own Mordekaiser's ultimate. He brings the Kayn further in, and now it's just one Thresh isolated in the sideline. Lucian's far too low to assist, but the rest of the blue team core trying to chase down a Kayn. He can walk through walls, but Talon can jump over them. The Rake picks up the kill, but Mordekaiser finds himself caught out by the rest of the red team core returning to the fight. Lucian trying to run his way back down. He's about half health. Talon walks in. He's going to jump back over the wall. He does not like what he sees. Lucian dashes into a go-kart and immediately gets picked up by Caitlyn. An extremely scattered fight coming from blue team. 5 people hitting 5 different targets. Never really works out well. But the rest of the blue team here, they have no way out. They have to try to fight and die. Echo pops his Protoball. Very cheeky, but also results in his own death. Probably should not do that, even if to BM. Talon does get himself a return kill. But overall, a 5-for-2, I believe, coming out on the end of that team fight. Just a hugely scattered fight where blue team's AD carry and support were just locked off to the side, being zoned away by Kayn and Echo, and there's no way they can assist the rest of the core, and the rest of the core, instead of collapsing, opted to take their own kills. But without sufficient damage there, and Talon exhausting most of his burst onto a stopwatch, there was no kill that's gonna be there was no kill that could be converted there. Luckily, there was salvage. There was an echo kill at the end to save it from being a complete disaster. But still, not the best team fight you could have taken, that's for sure. And now we look once again at Caitlyn. Her item progression is still going, albeit quite slow. She's still not yet holding a rapid fire cannon, and you really do need that rapid fire cannon. Range is Caitlyn's best. Range is definitely Caitlyn's best attribute, and you definitely want more of it if you can. In fact, how much gold does she have? She can definitely go back and just get it now. But in fact, she's sitting on quite a healthy amount of gold. She's managed to pick up 5 kills since her most recent death. And she now has a decent bounty racked up on her head. In fact, she's pulled ahead of Lucian, thanks to some good mid-game team fights found by the rest of her team. That's what you actually want as a Caitlyn. Just the rest of your team setting you up and just picking favorable fights in a way that actually negates most of your mid-game trough. And Caitlyn is, for the most part for these fights, sitting in the back hitting very comfortably. Rek'Sai sitting in the zone completely stunned, but it's a 4-on-2. Even TF will join to try to make it more fair, but Kayn gets flayed before he could make a run for it. The Zhonya's hourglass being popped. Caitlyn gets assassinated in the back. She's still quite squishy. She hasn't shopped in forever. Talon will drop in response to assassinating the Caitlyn, but he does claim the shutdown bounty. Here comes the Thresh. He finds his mark. Go-Kart goes down to Lucian, but it's far too late. Lucian takes him down. An excellent team fight being found by blue team, turning the goal lead right back around. A 4-for-2. Thanks to a good pick, cascaded into a 1 team fight as red team employs the all-time classic but extremely controversial strat of the 1 at a time. And now mid T2 is under siege. Demolish is taking down. And this tower is not long for this world. A second Demolish coming down from the Mordekaiser. And that's going to be the end of the red team inner turret at mid lane. The rotation is now coming out towards the Ocean Drake. The Mountain Drake is respawning in less than 1 minute. They're going to secure this blue unless Kayn has something to say about it. He does answer it away with a smite. He'll have another one up by the time Dragon's up. He takes away the blue buff from the Lucian. And he's gonna walk away. In fact, his call is to immediately back and just sets up again, coming back just in time to secure this dragon. In fact, I don't know, Mountain Drake up in 30, you probably shouldn't have backed. It's a bit too late to make your way back in time and set up. But red team is positioned near. Both teams really know this is their next objective. Someone did ping assist me on the Baron, but I think that's just a terrible idea at this stage in the game. You're never gonna get that off. The claw coming in, pulls Echo back just on the edge. Talon goes in, doing what he does best, assassinating the Caitlyn. Mordekaiser eats the full burst from Echo, and he's going to try to chase him down. The mace slams onto the ground, hitting absolutely no one. Death Realm ends, and he's going to chase the Echo away. Echo no longer has an ultimate to play with. Kayn pops out of the Zhonya's Mordekaiser, doing no damage, but Mordekaiser is picked off. He's solo, he's alone, he's dead. And Kayn jumps into the back, trying to look for the Talon. Talon will jump a wall and run away. Rek'Sai, fully healthy, pounces on the Echo and kills him off. Lucian is burning. He gets rooted, but the Kayn W misses. And now he finds himself in the 1v4. He's not walking away alive from that. And he gets picked off by the Lucian. This is going to be a dragon. The Vision Works are cleared out. The red team loses all hope of taking the third Drake. Now blue team is on soul point of the Drake matchup. The next dragon will be the soul. And their next call is Baron. Pings are coming down now. They want this. Kayn is still dead for 25. And TF no longer has an ultimate. Still has a teleport. But he's not there as a variable threat. The jungler is still healthy and they still have damage. They want to pile this on. They want to convert this into a Baron right now. Rek'Sai comes in to tank. And Thresh will even contribute damage by spamming skills onto it. Caitlyn must know that this is happening. But is she going to try to do anything stupid? Or are they just going to let it go? And it seems like the call is going to let it go. Or they don't think that blue team is actually on it. There was no vision set up around this pit at all. Just now, Morgana will try to find her way in. She plants a ward, realizes, oh crap, there's a Baron. But it will be taken away. Tormented Soil does not get the Miracle Steal. Rek'Sai takes away the Baron buff. And now the fight is coming down. The headshot gets dodged by the Rek'Sai ultimate. Caitlyn flashes in place. But despite that minor flub, still managed to kill off the Rek'Sai with a rapid fire cannon. But here comes the Lucian. He wants revenge. So does the Talon. Talon conserves most of his burst. And here comes the rest of the red team core. Kayn leaps into Lucian. And he's going to find the W. Shadow's Reach takes him down. And Talon runs for the hills. He's trying to look for an opportunity, but he finds none, so he's going to get out of there. In the meantime, the split push coming down from bot. Mordekaiser fighting the Echo. The Baron waves, very difficult for Echo to clear away, and the rest of the red team that's still alive are still wandering around mid lane. They can't really find anything. They can't convert objectives, and the cannon shooting away at the Echo. Echo's just tanking these shots, making sure they don't go on the turret. And the next minion has made their way in. A second cannon has made its way here, but Mordekaiser has to retreat. TF has come down. The Talon will jump onto the Kayn. Blaze Reach gets absorbed by the Edge of Night, and here's the rest of the kill being converted. He does not heal up enough. A Caitlyn comes in with a P shooter, shoots Talon once, and picks up the kill in return. And now red team is being tasked with holding back this assault. Excellent hook, stopping Echo dead in his tracks. He has to pop the ultimate, get back out, and Rek'Sai has made his way into the fight. That's wrong, post TF in, and now it's just Echo. Echo has to run from the Rek'Sai. He eases away and flashes. Phase dive, saving his ass, but Mordekaiser flashes after the TF. He wants his kill. Even Thresh is chasing down the Morgana. Morgana's tanking minion wave. She gets hit by the hook. Black Shield will save her, but for how long? The calling converts the kill. And Thresh completes the chase down with the help of his AD carry. Lantern comes in. They want to resume the push. That was a favorable trade. 1 for 2 in the favor of red team. Rek'Sai is now shoving out mid, but she has died. She no longer has a Baron buff. So this is going to be a very slow shove, and it's just going to be the blue team AD carry and support pushing out bot lane by themselves. Very ill-advised. Their assassins are coming. Blue Orb will spot the Kayn coming in. The Lantern is on the ground. He picks it up. He picks it up in the nick of time. There's no phase dive for another few seconds. He can run. Thresh can peel. The phase dive blink comes in. The Echo Q does not find his way. Does not proc the third mark. I just noticed Echo's name, Penis. Oh my god. He just gets the dick. And Lucian kills him. Caitlyn walking into a very strange place. Definitely the last place you want to go. And Talon picks up the freest assassination of all time. And now the game has once again settled down. A wild range of skirmishes, mostly ending in in blue team's favor. Pardon me. And now the next objective is clear as day. The dragon is spawning in 1 minute. This is the soul. Unless it is contested, will red team be suicidal enough to try to fight for this Drake at the risk of losing the game? Or will they concede and look for another opportunity? Blue team grabbing away some buffs. Lucian takes double buffs for himself, and he's going to try to carry this game. He is now quite fed. Even Executioner's calling. The cloak does not quite give him enough critical strike chance. In fact, he's only sitting at a healthy 70% right now with those items. Meanwhile, Caitlyn has completed 75% critical strike chance. Her next item is Bloodthirster, not QSS. Very, very strange choice, especially against Mordekaiser's Thresh. This Caitlyn has balls. Balls that no reasonable person would have. I bet you had the QSS now, don't you? The Thresh hook finds its mark. Talon's gonna run his way out back. TFO will actually give vision. Redemption comes down for a tiny amount of heal, but it's not enough to save him from the Kayn ultimate. And now Thresh finds himself in the middle of 3 people. Lucian kites backwards. Mordekaiser makes his way in. Thresh is gonna slowly burn down in the middle of 3 people. There's no QSS from the AD carry either. Lucian drops to the Echo Burst. And now it's just Mordekaiser. He pops the Death Storm, grabs Kayn back from over the wall and slams him down. Overall, a 3 for 3 trade in favor of red team, honestly, considering how far behind they are. But they're forgetting Rek'Sai was not a part of that team. Was not even a part of that team fight. She is going to go for this Drake. Redemption comes down to Scout. Morgana does see this, but she knows that there's nothing she can do about it, especially not with a giant angry metal man running down the bot lane. The passive slowly burning down the Echo. Rylai is doing wonders to slow this Echo down. Echo pops the Protobell to run away, but he is in no shape to fight. He has to run back to the fountain. Mountain Soul gets claimed by blue team in the 4-1 Drake advantage, and that's triple Mountain in fact. So that's going to be a healthy chunk of resistances being put onto the Rek'Sai. Is there a way? Yeah, there it is. That is going to be a total of 18% additional armor and MR. So, in fact, the Thresh here decently tanky. He's got 231 armor. Some of the What are some of their tankier members? 179 armor. There's no pure tank on this side of blue team, but definitely Thresh is laughing with that amount of armor. There's no way Kayn or Caitlyn's gonna punch through him anytime soon. In fact, this top lane TF pick, which we haven't talked about in such a long time, really just... He's contributing a fair bit to the team fight, but it's just not an ideal amount. In fact, if you just look at the score, you say he's inting, and you know, you're right, he is inting. Mordekaiser kidnaps the Echo, puts him into the death realm. And he's going to call off the fight. He's far too low to fight, but Echo gets a little bit too greedy. He gets pounded by the Mordekaiser. Not the best play from the Echo. Despite some decent early game roams, he's definitely playing far too hot-headed, taking trades he cannot possibly win. And with that unfortunate death, as well as the Caitlyn being assassinated by the Talon off-screen, the second Baron also goes over to blue team. And this TF's just, aside from a few gold cards in the team fight, just totally ending this game, not contributing at all. And in fact, the early mid pressure you expect the TF to exert as soon as he hits level 6, mostly negated. He had to walk a really long time just to make it to bot lane for his pretty much only ultimate gank of the game. And his items definitely nowhere near offensive enough to even effectively wave clear or be a sufficient damage threat, or even be a tank threat. Meanwhile, the Mordekaiser definitely quite fed. Talon just walks in, no craps given, assassinates the TF, followed by the Kayn. He also drops onto the ground. Echo gets a beautiful 3-man bubble. He has to dip, but the stun is fat enough for Caitlyn to drop the Lucian. With no AD carry, Talon dies in the Dark Binding. Rek'Sai wants this kill, pounces onto the Morgana, takes it down, but now it's just Caitlyn against several heavy CC threats. She did not buy QSS, I don't know what's wrong with her either, but now it's just Mordekaiser. Smacking away at the turrets, Rek'Sai and Thresh secures a mid lane inhibitor. Here comes the Echo, he's coming back for more, trying desperately to hold this space. The bubble is far too far, he threw it far too wide for him to possibly walk back. The Death Realm this time works out in Echo's favor, but only for a fleeting moment. He comes out and immediately dies to minions, and that is going to be all 3 inhibs. Caitlyn, the last survivor, being joined by the now respawning Twisted Fate, who finally picks up his Lich Bane, but even that is not enough wave clear pressure. Minions takes down one of the 2 Nexus turrets, and lonely Caitlyn now has a hell of a job ahead of her. She completes BT, which is just about the last item you want to buy. You need 100% crit, and you also need a QSS, so why is there a BT in your inventory? And now this game, very much looking to be a certain win for blue team. It's gonna be a very, very difficult task for red team to even find a way to claw back into this game. Elder Dragon in 2.5 minutes, Baron buff in 4 minutes. Blue team might not even wait for these timers. They might just go ahead and make their final push. There's no inhibs, 12 super minions crashing into the red team base per minute. Redemption comes down for the kill steal onto the Kayn, and now it's a 5v4, also against a billion minions. Lucian jumps in, he's brave, he wants his kill. Morgana pops a solo ultimate, but she'll drop before it can even break. And now Caitlyn finding herself against 5 people, along with 2 deadweights that just can't seem to get their crap together, basically. This is an unstoppable siege. Echo will just randomly mash buttons at this point, and it's not enough to save the game.